today, we put the pedal down for autonomous and connected car. Here in Toulouse there is a big cluster and the cluster is increasing on one side. And on the other side there are effectively a lot of students and academics in Toulouse, 100,010 students, big universities, the first laboratory in artificial intelligence for transportation is here in France, in Toulouse. So we are now willing to attract OEMs in order that they can share some platform with us in order that we can co-innovate in such a way that all this innovation could be exercised in different cars. So this message, I would like to say, all the colleagues are willing to transfer this message and to use you as ambassador to Brussels and to Japan, that we can be invited to present this, to invite your colleagues here in Toulouse, and try to convince them that it could be interesting to make a trial with us using your platform that are a very large, broad scope of platform we have seen, starting with some simple platform that we can effectively be affordable. And this is really the key message of the community here in Toulouse and in Occitanie. Please help us to be our ambassador, Sophie. And you will be invited again. So, thank you so much. Big applause to Madame Glenier. All systems are made by equipment makers. So, I am very lucky today. Very lucky because we have colleagues coming from everywhere, and especially from Germany and some from France. So I would like to ask, we have 5 equipment makers, system players that are on the top list in Europe, and they are here. And they would like to share also with you, concrete manner, the technology they are cooking for making the autonomous, connected, and shared cars. So I will ask on this plenary to come Ralf Kuhl. Ralf, are you there? Yeah. Ralf is coming from Germany, from Hella. Hella is a big group, family-owned, which is not so obvious. Please come. And Ralf has made all his career in the automotive, like automotive people make their career in automotive. So you have made 25 years in career in automotive, working in different activities, including Faurecia, SIT, and now you are for 10 years in the executive board of Hella Electronics. And you are preparing what is a key component for the autonomous car, which is the most safety critical component, the steering electronics for the autonomous vehicle. And you make a long trip to come from Lippstadt, your town, to here to Toulouse. So you are really welcome. I will welcome also your colleague, Peter Zilm. Where is Peter? Peter is there. Peter is there. Peter is coming from Paris, but he is a Bosch representative, having made also his career, a long career in Bosch, in Germany, in Japan, in France, being very successful to manage French customers, if I understand well. You have been increasing your responsibility to the global Renault Alliance in managing sales for the Renault Alliance, and recently have been so successful at Renault, you are doing the same thing at Peugeot. So, Peter accepts to come to deliver the roadmap of electrification at Bosch. Christophe Maréchal, who is a guy from Toulouse, not coming from far away, he's coming from Toulouse-Le Mirail, is coming with a new name. I said 40 years ago there was a company named Renault Bendix, came after Siemens Automotive and Continental Automotive. Now, a part of this company is named Vitesco. And Vitesco was created 4 weeks ago, and you are in charge after a long career in powertrain management in France, but also in China. You are coming back to take care about the innovation management of Vitesco France. Thank you to come, Christophe. Derek Debono. Derek, Canadian native, but Valeo today in France is in charge of group product marketing, vice president of Valeo, and I asked him to come to deliver how he's delivering the accessible electrified vehicle to the plenary and to the OEM. So thank you to come. Your career also is a long career. You also work for aeronautics, I think. And the last one coming from also from Paris, Patrick Nebou. Patrick Nebou is the Global Innovation Director of Faurecia. Faurecia is a company that is the merge in some years ago between Faurecia and Sommer Alibert. Is doing everything in the interior. So we have people speaking about powertrain and electrification, speaking about how to make autonomous vehicle, and last but not least, how to make the interior and the cockpit of the future for the autonomous car. So I would like first perhaps to make a presentation, all of you. So I will ask Ralf to come first and to deliver what you are cooking for the autonomous vehicle and ADAS. Thank you, Ralf.
Thank you. Jean-Luc, thank you for the nice introduction. Good morning from my side. The motto is well chosen, I think. Get inspired, be inspired, and work hard. Yeah. I think that's where we are, and that's how we do it. May I start to introduce Hella a bit? Maybe some of you do not know this company. We are family controlled. We are a listed company, family controlled. We are more than 100 years now on the market. We concentrate on components and products, subsystems in lighting and electronics. And we are around 7 billion sales big and around 40,000 people. So we see ourselves as a kind of mid-sized player in the automotive industry and the tier industry. And this is the perspective I would like to add today. So we have seen the trends already of the OEMs, and we are among these trends, we are in these trends, and I would like to show you how a company like us, a mid-size automotive player as tier 1 and as tier 2, is dealing with that, is dealing with the challenges on one hand, dealing with the threats also, and for sure also dealing and preparing the chances in these trends to come. We concentrate today on autonomous driving, and I will dig down also into technologies and into products, but I will describe also the way towards autonomous driving, because we think there is a lot in between today and autonomous driving, and this is what we deal with today, tomorrow, and in the next years to come to autonomous driving. Starting with this, it starts with taking a look on the trends themselves, the trends that belongs to us. We have seen of the OEM perspective, there are more trends we have to cover. These are the ones we see important for our business. This is for sure the electrification, yeah, the efficiency in it. This is the connectivity, clear. The individualization, and we come to that and we'll dig deeper into this autonomous driving, automated driving. A company like us with in the electronics, and I would concentrate today on our electronics topics, with in the electronics around 30 different product groups spread all over the car, has for sure in a time like that to see what to concentrate on. First, for sure, to map the existing product portfolio to the trends, to see what is really important today, but also what will become important tomorrow. Then for sure, next to see out of the existing product portfolio, what can be developed for the future, what is needed for the future. And also, I think very important and not seen on any of the presentations is what to do with the products not needed in the future, and what to do with these, and also what to do with the products selling today and paying the bill today, and at the end financing the trends we have to develop into it. And this is, I would say, a quite huge challenge. This is like companies like us, and I think also the bigger suppliers have to work in, and then have to find the right sweet spot, find the right understanding, and for sure also have to find their own understanding of how the trends will develop and what trend will influence us. You see a lot of products there. I would not dig too deep into this. We come to the one that I would like to talk today is autonomous driving. And again, I will show it for sure. Also, we have to understand the trend. What does this mean, autonomous driving, for us, and what does this mean also in time and in sales and in different technology needed for that? Our product portfolio so far is, we think, a quite well and good positioned starting position. We already, for assisted driving functions and comfort reasons and safety reasons, since a while in radar technology. We developed many years ago the first 24 GHz radar systems to allow blind spot, to allow lane change, and therefore we are heavily in this already, and for sure starting by that we started developing the radar around the car, getting into 77 GHz, getting into corner assist, and also getting then into mid and long range radar, what absolutely is needed when you want to have automated or autonomous driving. For sure, LiDAR is key for that. Yeah, we are also in it, and here to be mentioned, and I think this is also something we have heard before, and is very important also for us in this position in the industry. This we do with partners. We have a partnership with AI, and we develop and industrialize their technology into the cars, and adapting to that what is needed to be robust in mass production. And what we also do is camera software, and this is also something we see in these trends. Our business models also will change. We do not also only talk about changing technologies, we do not only talk about changing products, we also change business models. The traditional business model for tier 1, tier 2 is selling hardware, intelligent or less intelligent, and embed software into it. But in future, this will not only be our business. We will also have to deal with sampling data. We have to deal with software. We have to deal with software we do not embed in our products. We embed in other products and integrate in other products and in systems and subsystems and in the cars. And this is completely different. And this is we all have to deal with, and we develop into this. And our starting point for that is camera software. We do this now for many years, and we are quite good in different ways. We can create detection, and we can serve this software, this intelligence to partners that integrate it into the car. And on this list, last but not least, is electric power steering. It's a chassis product, but no automated driving, no autonomous driving without electric power steering. I think this is clear and obvious. And also these products, not that in that focus when we talk about autonomous driving, should not be forgotten and should also be developed in the right direction. Taking a closer look how we see the autonomous driving trend, I think graphs like this exist a lot, and they change a lot also. In the recent month, we see up to level 5 is still on the list, clear, but we see, and this is where we focus on, we see that level 5 is going to come, but we will not really see it when we take a look on the volumes for the next years. So for sure, manual human driving is going down for sure. The actual existing assisted driving, level 2 up to level 3 will come and will bring the volumes, and also I think will further develop the technology, and also I would say the acceptance of these activities in the market, on the streets. And then we come to higher automation and autonomous, and that's why we really differentiate. We all talk about autonomous driving, but that what drives us today is automated driving functions, and this is where we concentrate on, and that's how we see it, and how we see it. Then also we concentrate in the development of our product roadmaps on. And giving you examples for that, what does that mean now, really breaking it down to the technologies we provide. And we provide individual components, we provide product subsystems, but we in our size do not really concentrate on complete systems. And that's why we concentrate on the optimum of that product we can supply to the market. And when we now walk through the different levels of automation, clear level 1 is on the street. We have ACC, we have lane change and other things. This is state-of-the-art technology and we use it day by day. And level 2, 3 will then be products that allow already hands-off. And here for sure we have, when we now take a look on our portfolio, exactly that what I just said. We have the electric power steering, we have for sure the radar systems in all directions looking. We have for sure then also our software, lane marking, boundary detection, traffic sign, and all of that what is needed to understand the environment we drive in, to let these automated functions work. This is the next step to go. And level 3 is then the next one. And you see there's one big change, and I think this is a quite important one. And we can see it and just marked it here on the steering. We now talk about not of fail safe, we talk about of fail operational electronics. And I think this is a big challenge, this is a big step forward, because now we have, when we have hands and eye off, we have to assure that the technology is working always, even if there is an electronic failure. And I think the quality level of the electronics components is very, very high, but thousands of them are integrated in a car, and just by statistics we know here and there we will have a failure, and the system has to work. And that's why we have to concentrate on fail operational systems, we have to concentrate on redundancy, and we have to get this in the cost and in the package given. And I think this is the next step and the next challenge, and this makes then the difference. And this is where we also concentrate on, and where we actually also are in serial development and will bring this on the market. And one thing I add also, an additional product, the shake we name it, we can measure water height on the street. That means we can detect the road condition and give additional information to the automated car about road condition and the safety in it. Yeah? And the next step we see on the way to fully automated driving is the automated driving by valet parking. And this is where we really actually develop into. And when you see, there was no change now of level 3 to level 4. So we really see that the products we develop for level 3 can also then participate and support in the level 4 functions. And I think this is what I wanted to say. It is not like now there is autonomous driving and tomorrow we do this and nothing else. We develop it. We develop into it, and we have to build up roadmaps and go on along these roadmaps then to finally also support autonomous driving. And this is what I wanted to say with this. And what is quite also, I said, there's in the new trends challenges, there are threats, but there are also a lot of chances in, and we think it's very exciting. And I would like to give also by technology a few insight that there are also new opportunities are coming up, and I try to, yeah, here it is. And new products, new technologies, and also new services are going to come. For example, we are working on PM 2.5 sensoring, so we can measure pollution in the air, and for sure with that we can we create data important for the environment, and we can get this data into the cloud, and we also with partners we then can add this to map information, we can add this to traffic information, we can add this even to navigation, to really then drive through healthier areas than others, and I think especially in the mega cities we all know that could be very important. We also talk about the same technology we have seen just in this shake sensor, where we can measure water on the street. We can also measure damage. So we can see if there is any damage at the car. And this is also, I think, quite an interesting feature when you think into car sharing. Yeah? When you think into rental cars and all of that. Car sharing is coming more and more. And the question always is there, who damaged the car? When was it damaged? And who is reliable for that? And I think we can measure that, and we can add also service for that. And that's what I wanted to say. These new trends also generate new use cases and give new chances for new products and new technologies. Road condition is the same. For sure, we have to know very well about the road condition when we really want to drive automated and autonomous. And also we can use these data we create and we sample in the car to provide to others. Car communication also, now a short example of lighting. For sure, a car that is driving autonomous should also communicate to the environment and tell the environment what it is going to do. And to finish the presentation, I would like to talk about HELA in France and HELA in Toulouse. We are now since 10 years here in Toulouse. We concentrate here in Toulouse exactly on a few things we have shown here. And we really, as HELA, count on the experience, the know-how we see here, and we are really proud of. And we are looking forward also to be a part of this automotive community here in Toulouse, in Occitanie. With this, I would like to stop and thank you.